Hello guys, for today's class we're going to begin sitting in the middle of the mat, and our theme is gratefulness. So we're going to work on opening the lungs and the heart, working on the upper body, and hopefully building some heat and energy. So let's begin over at the mat. I'll make my way over there. We're going to begin in thunderbolt position, so we're sitting back on our heels here. Close your eyes and flip your palms up. Begin taking long but soft breaths. So inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling from the nostrils. You're working to build your breath here. Making sure that your spine is nice and straight. Your neck is an extension of the spine, so making sure that your neck is nice and straight as well. Bringing attention to your shoulders. Seeing if they're crunched up towards your ears or they're nicely pulled back. Three more breaths here. Letting the theme of the class sink in. Gratitude drops like blood runs through our veins. You feel that flow of gratitude rush through your body. Begin to gently open your eyes. And we're going to interlace our fingers and then flip our palms outwards. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms overhead. You're tucking your tailbone slightly so that you don't have a huge curve in your lower back. And take 3 breaths here. Each breath lengthening and growing as if there was a string at the crown of your head and somebody was pulling that gently to lengthen your body. After your last exhale, gently release hold of hands and let your hands rain down by your side. Once your fingertips touch the mat, you'll inhale, start to extend your arms and raise them overhead. Once you reach the top, the exhale will allow you to let your fingers fall towards the mat. 3 more times here, keep flowing with the pace of your breath. So the inhale allows you to raise the hands overhead. And then exhale, release. Twice more. Once you've finished, your arms will be by your side. Sweep your arms behind you, interlacing the fingers. Roll your shoulders up, down, and around. Pulling your shoulder blades together, and you're pushing your knuckles towards the mat. Bow your chin slightly. And take 5 breaths here. Gently release hold of your hands, lifting your gaze upwards. We're going to come into all fours from here. So you're going to swing your legs to the side. Bring your knees underneath your hips. The tops of your feet are acting as anchors. You're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulder blades. Your shoulders. Pressing your fingers into the mat, bringing your spine to neutral to begin with. And we're going to take some cat-cows here. So we'll inhale, dip the belly, look towards the ceiling. Exhale, arch the back, suck the navel in, and tuck the chin. Inhale brings you back to cow. And exhale into cat. So you're working to find a fluidity in this cat-cow pose, trying to move as seamlessly as possible, following the pace of your breath here. Remember that you don't have to keep these poses. If your hips are asking to sway left to right in cat, go ahead and move around. You can press your seat back to your heels while you're arching your back in cat, and then inhale to ripple forward, dip the belly, and look towards the ceiling. Remembering that this is your practice. And you're here to be mindful and listen to your body. 2 more times. Once you've finished, you'll bring yourself to a neutral spine. We're going to curl the back toes and just rock gently back and forth, feeling those toes stretch out. Soft, subtle breaths here. And then you'll walk your hands in front of you a tiny bit, and you'll inhale, push the seat up to a down dog. Your arms are externally rotating, and your elbow creases are shining forward to the front of the mat. You're working to have your heels kiss the mat. Your chin is tucked and your head is heavy. Maybe nodding your head yes and no here. We're going to pedal the dog. So inhale, lift your left heel up and press your right heel down. Exhale, right heel up, left heel down. Keep alternating heels here, following the pace of your breath. Then press both heels down to the mat. Bend your knees, look to the front of the mat, and hop or walk your way there. Maybe crisscrossing while you walk. Finding a forward fold at the top of the mat. Let your head hang heavy here. Again, maybe swaying your head yes and no. We'll inhale, halfway lift, straight back, and exhale, forward fold. Release your hands to the mat in front of you and begin to ragdoll up very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Head over heart will be the last thing that reaches the top. Finding Tadasana here or mountain pose. Your palms are face up, looking to receive. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils and exhale from your nostrils. You're going to step the right foot back so that you have a pyramid shape through your legs. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, and then fold over your left leg here. Maybe your hands come to your left ankle, or maybe the ground. Finding what feels good. You'll inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold a little bit deeper. Holding here for 5 breaths. Both your feet are parallel to the front of the mat. You're going to bring your hands to the mat, bend into your left knee, step your right foot back. Walk yourself to the right side of the room, opening up to a wide-legged forward fold. Your feet are parallel now to the right side of your mat. And you're trying to bring the crown of your head towards the mat. Take 5 breaths here. Feeling your rib cage expand with each breath. You're going to walk your hands to the front of the mat, pivot your feet so that you're in a low lunge, and step your right foot to meet the left at the top of the mat. You're back in a forward fold. And maybe grasp opposite elbow here and just sway gently left to right. All corners of your feet are planted into the ground. And your upper body is really heavy. Once more to even it out. And then release hold of your elbows. Inhale, halfway lift, straight back. And exhale, forward fold. Start rising up with your hands overhead. And then bring your hands by your side. You're in Tadasana. You're going to step your left foot back, finding that pyramid shape with your legs, making sure your feet are parallel to the front of the mat here. You'll inhale, reach your arms overhead, take a deep breath to lengthen the spine. And exhale, melt over your front knee. Placing your hands where they land, maybe on the mat or your right ankle. Take 5 breaths here. Keep pushing that right hip back. You're trying to make your hips as parallel as possible here. Feeling that stretch along your right hamstring and all along the back of your right leg. You'll bend into your right knee, place your hands on the mat, and step your left foot back. You're in a low lunge. Walk your hands to the middle of the mat, bringing your feet to face towards the left side now. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale, melt the crown of your head towards the mat. 5 breaths here. Maybe letting out a sigh through your mouth. We'll walk our hands to the front of the mat, pivoting our feet so that we're in a low lunge. And we're going to step our left foot to meet the right. In a forward fold at the top of the mat, inhale, halfway lift, straight back, and exhale, forward fold. Start rising up to standing. And then bring your hands by your side. We're going to take a Surya A here. So we're going to bend our knees, sweep our arms overhead, bring our hands, slicing them through the middle, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Pressing your hands into the mat, step back to a high plank. Pressing your heels back, finding strength in your core. Begin to lower down for chaturanga, taking up dog or cobra. Exhale, push the seat back into a down dog. Pressing your heels down to the mat. Remember, your arms are externally rotating. And you're going to press your left foot into the mat, raising your right foot up for one-legged dog. Slowly begin curling in that knee. And place your right foot in between your hands. You're going to bring that back knee to the mat. And inhale, rise up to Anjaneyasana. Sweeping your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders up, down, and around. And then press your knuckles towards the mat. Taking 5 breaths here. Maybe finding a point of focus. Exhale, release those fingers, center your hands around your front foot, curl your back foot, and you're going to pivot the back foot so that your toes are facing the left side of the mat. They're not straight and parallel with the left side, but they're kind of on an angle, preparing yourself for Warrior One, bending your front knee, inhale, rise up to Warrior One. You want to have your hips parallel with the front of the mat here. Take 5 breaths. If you have trouble having your hands overhead and it tires your arms and you feel like you can't hold on, then you can do a small trick where you can hook your thumbs and then inhale, raise your hands overhead, opening up your chest a little bit more. Bring your hands by your side now. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders up, down, and around, pulling the knuckles towards the mat. We're going to start to bring our chest towards our knees for Humble Warrior. So slowly with control, letting your hands point towards the ceiling as you bring your chest closer to your knee. And maybe once you've reached here, you feel the stretch enough. If you have a little bit more space, you can begin tucking your chin and letting your head hang heavy. Take 5 breaths here. You're sucking your navel in, and your upper body is heavy. Your feet are acting as your anchors. One more deep breath. And then exhale, release your hands. Resist the flinging temptation to let your hands fall to the mat quickly. And find control by landing your hands, centering them around your front foot. Pivot your back foot so that you're back in a low lunge. Lower your back knee. And start walking that back knee closer to your body, seeing if you can touch your left foot with your left hand. We're going to take a hand mudra, so bring your thumb and index finger together and then flip your palm to face up. Resting your right elbow on your right knee, take 5 breaths here. Exhale, release your left foot and bring your hands to center around your front foot, letting that left foot fall gently towards the mat with control. We're going to take a bound variation now. So we're going to bring our right arm underneath the right leg, bringing our right shoulder underneath as well, and bringing our right hand to meet our right lower back. Sweep your left hand all the way around and see if you can hold onto your left wrist or hand. You're tucking your chin and you're bowing the crown of your head towards the mat. Taking soft, deep breaths here. If you can't bind and join hands here, you can just merely bring your left hand to your right lower back and then bring yourself down towards the mat. Two more breaths. And exhale, release hold of your left wrist. Walk your hands around to center your front foot. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee off, and step your right foot back to meet the left in high plank. We're going to lower down for chaturanga and inhale, taking cobra or up dog. Bringing your hands by your ribs, curl your back toes. Inhale, lift yourself up, and then push your seat back into down dog. Maybe taking a moment here to pedal the dog. Inhaling through your nostril and exhaling from your mouth, letting any tension release. You're gonna plant the right foot. Inhale, reach the left leg up for one-legged dog. Slowly begin curling in the knee. And place your left foot in between your hands. Dropping that back right knee. Rise up for Janurasana. And then sweep your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers. Roll the shoulders up, down, and around, pressing the knuckles down towards the mat. 5 breaths here. Exhale, gently release hold of those fingers. Centering your front foot. Curl your back toes and bring your back knee off the mat, pivoting your back foot. Inhale, rise up for warrior 1. Maybe hooking the thumbs here or bringing your hands overhead. Building breath from the abdomen or stomach area here. You're going to exhale, release the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers, rolling the shoulders up, down, around. Press those knuckles down towards the mat. You know where we're going, humble warrior. Start bowing your chest towards your knees. Bringing your hands to point towards the ceiling. Maybe letting your head hang heavy here, tucking your chin. Take 5 breaths. Gently release hold of those fingertips, resisting the urge to fling. Center your front foot, pivot your back foot, you're in low lunge. Lower that back knee. And start bringing your right foot closer to your body. Reaching for that right foot with your right hand. You're gonna bring your index finger and your left thumb together, palm face up, resting your left elbow on your left knee. Take 5 breaths here. If you really want to challenge yourself, maybe gently release that right foot towards the ground. Bringing your hands to center around your front foot. We are going to take the bind on the opposite side. So you're going to bring your left arm underneath your left leg, bringing that left hand towards your left lower back. You're going to bring your right hand all the way around and see if you can hold on to your right wrist, maybe your right hand. If you can't, letting your right hand fall on your left lower back, tucking your chin. Deep breaths. Building that Ujjayi breath here. When you're breathing in and out of your nostrils with your mouth closed. The exhale sounds sort of like an ocean wave. That's your Ujjayi breath. Or it kind of sounds like when you put your ear to a congee shell. 2 more breaths. Release the bind of your hands, centering your front foot. Curl your back toes, lift your back knee off. Bring your left foot to meet your right, you're in high plank. Lower down for chaturanga, finding up dog or cobra. And then exhale into down dog. Pressing your heels down towards the mat. Noticing if maybe your heels come closer to the mat now than at the beginning of practice. Begin gently to lower your knees down to the ground. Walking your hands closer to your body and swinging your legs to either side, bringing your seat down to the mat. We're going to extend the legs in front of us. And then bend your left knee to begin with, placing your left foot on the ground. You're working to keep that right foot flexed during this pose. And we're going to take another bind here. So we're going to bring our left arm all the way around our left knee. And then bring your right hand all the way around, seeing if you can touch hands. Keeping your right foot flexed, you're going to start bowing your chin towards the mat. Letting your head be heavy. Gently release the bind and bring your left foot into the inner part of your right thigh. We're going to take Janurasana now. So inhale, extend your arms overhead, lengthening your spine, and then exhale, fold over. Maybe touching your toes or your ankle, your shins. Maybe micro bending your knees here. Janurasana actually means nose to knee pose. So you want to try to bring your nose towards your knee. Feeling that stretch along your left side of the back and side of the body. 3 more breaths here. Gently release hold of your foot or leg. And we'll go to the opposite side, so extend your left leg. And we're going to bend our right knee and bring the right foot to the mat. Taking the bind to begin with, bring your right hand all the way around your knee. Sweeping the left hand around, seeing if you can touch hands. Bowing your chin and flexing your right foot. Maybe taking a moment here to think about something or someone you're grateful for. And release that bind gently and bring that right foot into the inner left part of the thigh. Inhale to extend your arms, lengthening your spine and melt forward, nose to knee. Each breath, maybe you grow a little bit deeper into this stretch. Maybe each breath allows you to feel that sensation around the right side of your body. One more deep breath. Releasing hold of your foot or ankle. Extending both legs to the mat. You'll bend your knees and place your feet onto the mat. Your hands are at shoulder height. And slowly, with control, start lowering down to the mat. Fighting the urge to fling back. Once you made it onto the mat, bring your feet together and your knees wide. You're in reclined Bakasana. Bring your right hand to your stomach and your left hand to your heart. Closing your eyes. Allowing your facial muscles to relax. Softening your eyes and eyebrows. Unclenching your jaw. Letting your shoulders and body melt into the mat here and feeling your hips open with every breath. Letting those droplets of gratitude sink into you and flow within your body. Three more breaths. We're going to bring our hands to the outside of our knees, bringing our knees together gently. Extending our legs to the back of the mat. And resting our head on the mat. If you would like to stay in Shavasana past this video, please feel free to stay lying down here, focusing on your breath and surrendering to this moment on the mat. Otherwise, if you have to get going, we're going to bring our hands to prayer position by our heart, bringing our thumbs to our third eye in between our eyebrows. We'll inhale and then exhale to close the practice together. So take a deep inhale here, maybe the longest you've taken all day. And exhale from your nose. Namaste.